Hey everybody, Tag Life Done Free. Hey, the weather's changed. And so what that means for me is that I get to get back to work on my house. I'm super excited about this. I love doing this kind of work. And, last year, early in the year, about springtime, I had to walk out of POD4 because things needed planted and mulch needed moved and fence needed built and animals needed taken care of and all of these crazy things that go on. And so I haven't been really working in POD4 since the springtime started last year. But again, now that the weather's changing, guess what? I get to get back into POD4. And so I thought I'd take you guys on a quick tour where I left it last year and show you what's coming in front of us. And, so if you're interested in kind of where I start and the projects that it will take to complete POD4, come on, let's check it out. Well, hey everybody, wintertime is here, and so I get to get back into POD4, which is something I really want to do. I really want to get this finished up. And so I thought I'd take you on a quick tour of kind of where I left it and what I've been working on and some of the things that are coming for POD4. So I guess first things first, I'll take you guys upstairs, and of course, don't forget the magical tree, right? Right, that's our wishing tree. And you remember these poles I had saved, and B was complaining to me that she was tripping on them out next to a building, so I decided to make a rail out of them. But anyway, come up here to POD4 real quick. And as you can see, I about have this room done. I think B's going to use this room as her sewing room, and so I wanted to give her lots of cubicles, and she'll put all of her tables in here. And so this room is, I don't know, 80% done. So what has to happen now is a first coat of sanding needs to go down on all of these walls and ceiling, and then I'll texture the ceiling up here, which I have not done yet. At some point, I'm going to open this up here, which will connect it to POD3. But I don't want to do that until I got most of the mess done. This wall unit, just the nail holes need caulked into place and painted. And then this room should be, with a little bit of flooring, should be complete. This room's an interesting room because it's kind of a room that we built just because we had the space. I didn't think that there was much of a need for a 14 or 16 foot tall ceiling and a closet. So I built the second level above that closet so that we could use it for other things. Okay, so I'm pretty much done in this room as far as what I'm going to do, but I'm going to show you guys what I leave for B to do, because me and B both have roles. So I just thought I'd show you. So as you can see, I've got it all in first coat of mud. I've got all the construction completed. If you look here, she wanted something to put everything on. Got the wall unit completed. And so now what B's going to do now, she's going to come in and she's going to give it a rough sanding, put a finished coat of mud on it, and try to get it ready for primer. She'll caulk all the nail holes, all that stuff in what I built. And so I'm off to the bathroom. Let me show you what I do on it. Let's go back downstairs here. So this room has been through pretty much first coat of everything. I've got a door to build up there in that top corner. I just didn't want to waste that space, and so I thought, heck, I'll just make a little storage room. So I've got a little bit of work to do up there. This wall back here behind the wood burning stove, I'm going to rock a lot of it, and so there'll be minimal finishing on that wall, but just got to get to that, right? So this over here, I'm going to end up putting a TV in there and, all the stuff that comes with it, build some doors for the bottom, and a little shelf up there. I got a plan for it, but I'm not going to talk about it on YouTube. So as you can see, the ceiling needs a little bit of touch up still, and then we'll texture it and get it ready to paint. B seems to think that she wants these ceilings to be black, which, okay. So that ought to be interesting to see how that all comes out, right? This wall here, we're thinking about just putting wood on it from the mill, but that's still a little bit, you know, into debate, a little bit. That's where I am. Where I'm working though right at the moment. So last year, before I left working in POD4, I had gotten the bathroom on the master side, you know, a little bit done. And so today what I'm going to do is I'm going to pour the floor in the master shower. And so we elected not to put a bathtub in the master bathroom, just a shower. And in fact, we decided we would put the minimal amount of space in the bathroom and add all the space we could to the closet because, well, you know, the Mongolian slave lord is a little bit of a hoarder. Anyway, so I want to show what you guys I'm going to do today. So if you look here, this floor. So I've cut this drain down to where I want it. And the reason why I want to, this is already concrete, but the reason why I want to pour another layer in here is because I want to make sure that this slopes so that as the shower water is coming down, it runs down the drain. Now, I could very easily just do it like I've got here, but then you've got water sitting and, you know, you've got some of those issues. So I've installed these 1.5 inch blocks all the way around. So I'm going to scrape from here to just underneath this lip right here because I want to leave enough space here that when I come in and tile it, that tile comes up just underneath the lip of this drain. So I'm going to go from here to here and all the way around, sloping back to the drain. And this is really just a matter of pouring concrete, you know, putting a little bit of screen mesh in it, pouring some concrete. Now, you could come in here and just pour a little bit, you know, like let's say 1/2 inch and run it down to the existing drain. But the problem is that's so thin, it'll just chip and break out of there. So this is why I elected to go to a 3-inch pour, cutting down to a 2.5 inch drain. So I have a 1/2 inch of drop running this way so that it won't break out of there and it'll be here, you know, long after I'm gone. And the other thing is that someday I may need to be in here in a wheelchair. So I want to make sure that it can support it. I want to make sure that it's not just going to break away and that it'll last a long, long time. So I'm going to go ahead and get working on getting this pour done, and I'll turn the camera back on as I'm, you know, kind of going along the process maybe, or maybe just when I'm done. But either way, we're going to get this pour today because I have a nice day today and I want to make sure that concrete hardens well. We got highs here in Kansas today of 60. So this is the perfect day to pour, and really probably my only day to pour over this next couple weeks. So we're going to get it knocked out. Hey everybody, I caught her again. I was out moving some hay and some firewood around, and because that's what B wanted me to do. And can you believe this? I caught her playing in the mud. She's watching TV and playing in the mud. Let's get her. Come on, I'll show you what I'm talking about.
And delve into the heart of a multifaceted geopolitical issue with global repercussions. Some nations refrain from recognizing as Israel's capital, intensifying the complexities surrounding.
What are you doing? You're playing in the mud. I'm out there working, trying to take care of your animals.
I'm stuck.
This conflict is not merely about.
No, well, let's watch this unfold.
Oh, shit.
It encapsulates diverging beliefs.
Don't, man, come on.
Historical claims.
You made me put my foot in it.
I didn't make you do anything. Look, you.
People hold with this site. The envisioned reconstruction symbolizes the.
See? Caught. Look. She's watching TV.
To the Jewish faith.
Right.
Reviving ancient
prophecies.
No. I brought you coffee. You're welcome.
Okay, so this is the bathroom. So I built this wall unit up here, you know, so that B can put her toiletries. There'll be doors. I'll frame those holes in there. And this is because I needed to make use of the water and stuff coming in from POD4, which is, this is where that whole thing works, is in the center right there. So I just used the spare space to make a couple shelves. Bathroom, toilet will be right there, so you'll be able to sit right here on the toilet and, you know, look outside at the beautiful view, which I like a lot. There'll be a vanity right there. There's your drain, your hot and your cold lines, and a couple lights. And then this will be the shower. So I put 2 valves on there because I want to control both head units independently, and I don't want it to leak. And we tried the on-offs, so we're going to see how this works. So I guess we'll find out, right? But anyway, so this is what's going on. This bench right here, right, I just poured this. You can see it's still pretty dark. It's only been sitting for a day. And this will give Bee somewhere to sit or to, you know, put her leg up on if she's going to shave her legs or whatever it is. And again, looking right out the window. And then I poured this floor so that the water would run the way I want it to run. So I'm going to give it some more time to dry before I start messing with it too much. The floor's been in for 3 days. And like I said, I poured that late yesterday. And so you can still see how different the color is. That's just because of how dry it is. And then 2 lights. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tile, first thing I'm going to tile the ceiling all the way. I like tiled ceilings. A lot of people think I'm crazy, but I prefer them. So that'll be the first step in here. And then in here, this is going to be our closet. I haven't spent any time in here, but I'll get back in here pretty quick and get this all wrapped up. Oh, very excited for the weather to change, and I'm out of the gardens, and I'm out of building barns and fencing and those kind of things, and I'm back into my house, and so we're going to see if we can get this building wrapped up. You know, one of the interesting things that I've learned as homesteading goes along is you're constantly chasing the weather, and what I mean by that is the springtime comes and you got to plant, and the harvest time comes and you got to harvest, and you know the animals need harvested, and you know shelter needs built, and all of these things need to go on outside. And you just don't get a chance to really get inside because you got to take advantage of the weather when the weather is decent. Now that the weather's changed, I get to get back at it. I'm super excited about it, and I'll keep you guys posted along the journey. Tag out.